Hello friends. First of all, introduce myself. I am Nilachal Chakravarti. I have completed my bachelor's in physics from Ramakrishna Mission Residential College, Narendra, and currently I am an MSc Physics student at IIT Gandhinagar. I have taken the admission in Gandhinagar through early admit MSc program, which was started in 2020, just 1 year ago, and I have secured an All India rank 83 in chest, and I have given many interviews via chest in various institute in India which offers integrated PhD program. So welcome to the channel Physics Galaxy. I have taken help from this channel after my JAM exam was completed. They have uploaded some solution of the question paper, and from them I have started to follow their channel, and up to just I have taken help from their channel. The channel is pretty good. They have mostly covered the previous year question paper solution. Sometimes they covered some short topics, how to approach the problems and give the solutions, and sometimes they also take some free mock test via YouTube live program or like this. So you can watch the videos which was uploaded in the channel. The channel is helpful, and there is the tutor has a WhatsApp number in the channel, so you can also enroll in the program if you interested. Okay, so I will share my interview experience at IIC, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, which was conducted via JEST. But this year they take the interview uh, in November, so which was conducted via JEST. So let's start. So let's start. First, share my. I will share my screen. So let's start. I think my screen is visible. Let's start slideshow. Okay, so I will tell about my interview experience at IIC Bangalore. Um, it is called Mid-Year Admission 2021. So first of all say that this year IIC takes admission through JAM after the JAM result was published, but they have taken the interview via JEST on 22nd of November. I don't know why they was late. They have not taken the interview after the JEST result was published, and but generally they take interview via JAM and JEST together, and general intake is about 20, but this year they took 20 students through JAM and 5 students through JEST. So first of all they told me for a short introduction that from where I have completed my BSc, currently I am enrolled in MSc program or not, because it was very late, so all of us started our MSc program in various institute. Then they asked me that what topics you have read in your BSc and what you like. Then they also asked that if you given an interview letter from our institute, or if you uh, then can you join the institute, or can you take the offer letter seriously. So I have told that yes, since IIC is my dream institute, so I will take the offer letter seriously. So let's come to the question part. Let's see what they asked me. So first of all, the sir, for the topics I like, I had said that I like quantum mechanics, electrodynamics, math, physics, classical mechanics. This is and these kind of things. So first of all, they started with quantum mechanics. So first of all, they said that write down the Hamiltonian of the simple harmonic oscillator. So I have written that the Hamiltonian is px square by 2m plus half m omega square x square. So now they told me that in case of classical mechanics, they can take any of the values. but in case of quantum mechanics, the values they take, they are discrete. So how can we how the results are coming in discrete form in quantum mechanics? So I have told that we have to solve the Schrodinger equation, that H psi equal to E psi, and after solving the equation we get the eigenvalues corresponding to the nth eigenstate En, where psi n is En is the eigenvalue of the Hamiltonian um, in the nth eigenstate, which is denoted by psi n. So then they asked me that how you solve the Schrodinger equation in case of simple harmonic oscillator. So I have told that it can be solved in two ways. One is differential equation method, um, which is we will get Hermite polynomials if we solve it numerically, and we generally use the ladder operator method. So then they asked me that yes, you know about ladder operator, so first of all derive the commutation relation between the raising and lowering operator. So I have derived the relation between them, and then they asked me that write the Hamiltonian in terms of raising and lowering operator. So I have also write that. You all know that how to write it or not. Then they asked me that you have given an operator x, then how to find the expectation of x at any eigenstate psi t, psi suffix t. So I have told that we can write the expectation value of psi as expectation value of the operator x as ket psi x operator, sorry, brass I x operator ket psi. So in case of this question, I have told that we have to write that the expectation of x at time t is ket psi at time t, then x operator x, and sorry, brass I at time t, x operator and psi t. And I have also told that we can also do this like that, ddt of x operator, there is a formula that ddt of any operator a is equals to some h cut by I, commutation between Hamiltonian and a operator, and expectation of that, and we take sorry, mod of that, and there is an plus del a del t, which is the explicit dependence of a with time t, but generally it is 0 for that operator x. So we'll write that the ddt of x operator is h cut by I, um, commutation of Hamiltonian with x operator, then expectation of that, and we take modulus of that. So I have written that, and I have told that from this we can told that how x operator evolving with time, and we can solve that. So sir has told that what you are saying now is correct, and what you have said previously, you can do both the methods, they are both correct. So then they have asked me that can you say what is the expectation value of the x to the power 99 operator for a simple harmonic oscillator. So I was telling just we have to use the definition of the raising and lowering operator to do the uh, commutation. So and then they have told me that can you told that if the power of x is odd or even, then the result will can we divide it two parts, that the result when x is power of x is odd and power of x is even. So I have think a little bit and told that expectation of x in case of um, uh, simple harmonic oscillator, or more generally where the potential is symmetric, is 0. So why? Because what is expectation of x? That is minus infinity to infinity x times probability psi of x mod square dx. So psi of x mod square dx is always even, and x operator is even, sorry, odd, x is odd. So this comes, if we take the limit minus infinity to infinity, it will always come to be 0. So if we um, take the power of x as odd, then the result will always be 0. And for even, we have to um, calculate the result via the ladder operator method, or we have to use the definition of the ladder operator method and write x using the raising and lowering operator, and we can do the commutation. So this part was fine. So then they come to the next part. So the next questions come from math physics. um, first question they asked me that if you are given two operators a and b, if a and b are two Hermitian Hermitian matrix, then is ab a Hermitian matrix or not? So you can easily say that ab ab dagger is b dagger a dagger, and this is ba, since a and b both are Hermitian matrix. So if ab equal to ba, then only this will be Hermitian matrix. Either uh, no, or it will, if AB not equal to BA, then they will be not. So I have told that it will be Hermitian matrix only if AB is equals to BA. So it was fine. So then he asked that is trace of AB is equals trace of BA. So I have told that yes, trace of AB is equals trace of BA. So yeah, you know the proof. They also asked me that you can follow also gently for the proof that how trace of AB equals trace of BA. So then they asked me, then what is the uh, if trace AB equal to trace of BA, then what is trace of the A commutation B? So you can easily say that that will be become 0, because trace of AB equal to trace of BA, then trace of AB minus BA is equals to then AB minus BA equal to 0, then trace of AB minus BA will also be 0. So trace of A commutation B is 0. So now they asked me a question that now tell us that what is the commutation of X operator and P operator. So we know that this is IH card identity operator. So take trace both sides. So what do we get? Trace of X and P operator, that is trace of IH card identity operator. So this is not 0, because trace of identity operator is not 0. So why this is happening? So then I have told that because X and P are in infinite dimensional operator, so they are coming to be not 0. The trace of commutation of XP is not 0. So then they ask me, can you explain that why when operators are in Hilbert space or in infinite dimensional space, then why the trace of the commutation is not 0? So I can't explain the question properly. I just tell that we have to uh, because just the definition of trace is ABII, because the ith row and ith column, and we take summation all over that. If it is infinite dimensional, then this will runs up to infinite. So I think this might be a reason. So they think you are in the right way, or then they have not asked many questions from this, and they go to the next question that you are given a matrix A, which is a1 square, a1 a2 a1 a3 a2 a1 a2 square a2 a3, and a3 a1 a3 a2 a3 square. Then what is the sorry, I have written some wrong here. What is the eigenvalues of the matrix, they have asked me. So what I have did, may I have right, I think I have write the matrix properly. So they have given a matrix. I was um, determining the determinant of the matrix and trace of the matrix. So determinant of the matrix was coming to be 0. So I tell that one of the eigenvalues will be 0 to be sure, and I was uh, just computing the trace of the matrix, and just trace of the trace of the matrix is just sum of the eigenvalues. I have using that formula, but then there were just like uh, time was going on, so they have asked me to that you have told correctly that one of the eigenvalues is 0, but what will be the other eigenvalues? Then I was trying to solve the characteristic polynomial and it was running out of time. So they have asked me that they have give me a clue during the solving that some outer product or like things. So then the teacher asked that one of my colleague had said that this is the outer product rule, so is this help to solve the equation? So I have told that yes, we I think it can help me because any operator a can be written in the form that a is equals aij ket I bra j, because this is the outer product rule. Or then they asked me that if um, the A matrix is of the outer product form, means I j ket I and bra j, then what will be the matrix element aij? Then I have told that then only they will be one, matrix element will be only one when I equal to j, and otherwise they will be 0. So then they because then they asked me, so can you now tell what are the eigenvalues of this matrix? So I have told that the eigenvalues of the matrix will be 1, 0 and 0. So then they have asked, now can you tell what will be the eigenvalues of the matrix? So I have told that they will be a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square and 0 and 0, 0 two times. So they told me yes, very good. And they come to the next part. Time was going on and it was bit longer. That they asked me a question from electrodynamics, that it is told that electromechanical wave is a uh, transverse wave. So what is a transverse wave? So I have just tell what is a transverse wave, that when the electric field vector is perpendicular to the propagation of the wave, then the wave will be called transverse wave. So then they asked me that can you give any experimental proof that EM wave is a transverse wave? So I was telling that we can prove it using a polaroid. If the we have to rotate the polaroid, and if we got means at but when I was explaining that how can we done the experiment, and they were asking me some question, but after two or three question they had asked some question, and I was not getting some trouble, so they have stopped and they told me that the interview is going bit longer, you are in the right way and you have to think about it a little. So the interview was over here. It was a bit long, about 45 minutes, I think. So it was a great experience for me at this kind of great institute like ISC. I was waitlisted in the interview. I was uh, second in the waitlist. So um, I am now uh, stopping the screen sharing. So thank you all. If you like the video, then subscribe the channel Physics Galaxy and we can meet. Uh, okay, thank you. Bye.